ओम ॐ एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात्। वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ ऐंकार ह्रींकार रहस्ययुक्त श्रींकार गुणार्थ महाविभूत्यां ओंकार मर्म प्रतिपादिनेभ्यां नमो नमः। श्री गुरु पादुकाभ्यां उग्रं वीर्यं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्। ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं ॐ। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। वेलकम to Sri Vidya Upasana in Vedanta perspective. Already we did a class of Sri Lalita Sahasranama in Vedantic perspective. Why this Vedantic perspective is required for the Upasana Marga is a question. At the beginning of every session, I would like to highlight this point and then continue the class. Always the goal has to be determined before you start the journey. There are two methods in research. What we do is we form one hypothesis. That may be right or that may become wrong after the study. It doesn't matter. So we form one hypothesis. Here you have only two options. One is preyas and another is shreyas. What is preyas? The material life is called preyas. The worldly life is called preyas. Jnanam Mukti path is called shreyas. In front of us only two choices are there. Whether you want to sail through the preyas marga or you want to go through the shreyas marga is your own choice. No one is compelling you to take up shreyas. Anybody is free to take any one of this path. Shreyas is the ultimate goal of human birth. Shreyas is the ultimate goal of human birth. Why we take the human body? After doing lot of punya, after obtaining lot of grace of Ishvara, one takes this human body. When we gain this human body, the purpose should be understood. That the pitiable situation is prayers is very much understood easily. even though it has a lot of uncertainties, prayers is understood very easily and Shreyas is difficult to understand. When we say the ultimate goal is Shreyas, the source of this knowledge is Upanishads, the Jnana Kandam part of Vedas, and it is Vedanta. And in Vedanta, we have Advaita Vedanta, Vishishtadvaita Vedanta, Dvaita Vedanta, all are Vedantas. So who will take this path, which path, is also predetermined by Ishvara Kripa. Why we are here, it is also Ishvara Kripa. Because of this Kripa, Guru Kripa comes. Once this Guru Kripa comes, then Shastra Kripa appears, and with the Atma Kripa, now we are studying this Shastra. This is the truth thing. So when we say Vedanta is the ultimate reality, one may ask regular, usual satsanga questions. Can I experience Brahman? This is a common question from the listeners of Vedanta. You are talking about the ultimate reality, which is Brahman. I understand that, but when I do the upasana, I am able to feel the grace of Ishvara, the grace of Devi happens. It is proved. Grace of Guru is proved in the way of experience. Materials. When I gain some materials, when I get some ambitions fulfilled, I recognize that it is because of Ishvara. It is because of the prayer what I offered to Devi. It is because of my japa, which I did lakhs and lakhs of time, millions and millions of time, which I did, has gained the punya, and through that punya, I am now blessed with this material. So you can experience. As we experience in the day-to-day life, sukha or dukkha, if somebody praises, sukha; if somebody criticizes, dukkha; if something comes, sukha; something goes, dukkha. So like that, we experience sukha dukkha in our day-to-day life. And in that way, we expect this also. We expect the tangible presence of Devi. And also, we accept the symbolic appearances of Devi, like the flower falls from the photo of Devi or the statue of Devi. When I am praying, Ma, please help me. This should happen. I should gain this. When I am praying, the flower falls. I take it granted that this is my blessing. Devi, this is the blessing from Devi to me. I am blessed. Immediately, it happens. When it happens, I am able to experience. What is the use of understanding the ultimate goal as I, Brahman? When you are asking the word using use, it is no way related to Shreyas Marga. Because in prayers, it is the matter of experience. In Shreyas, it is the matter of understanding. No sadhana required for understanding. only the intelligent enthusiasm. Intellectual enthusiasm is required for understanding Shastra. As I said, intellectual lethargy is not the qualification for a sadhaka. One sadhaka may do million times of japa, but he may not be interested in sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. No use. So in that view only, we add these two, Shreyas and Preyas. Preyas once gives you a kind of rejection, a kind of dejection, disappointment, and endless hollowness. When that is felt by a sadhaka, he will be in dilemma, here or there, he will be in dilemma. It will be very difficult for him when he gets disappointment in upasana. Gains or pains are due to my karma. This understanding should be there. So once you realize this, this gives you the strength to face the challenges of life. This is what expected from sadhakas. Otherwise, you will be reporting, Swamiji, I chanted 1008 times Aim Hrim Shri. Nothing has happened to me. No change in my life. Then I will say, chant once again another 1008 times. This disappointment will come. Swamiji, I am disappointed with Devi, this Devi. Somebody says, if I change to some other forms of Devi, which is ferocious, I will be benefited. This is something like after reaching Kailash, you are asking a way to a small temple. You are there in the highest realm. Having reached there, there is no need of any temporary reliefs. This is the once and for all relief. How do we do that? How do we practice? We practice the prayas marga with dharma. That also there are two things with dharma and without dharma. Once you attain enough experience in the prayas marga, you become the eligible sadhaka for Shreyas marga. If you are not introduced with this kind of approach, when you are getting disappointment in prayas marga, you will be blaming Guru. I am disappointed with this Guru. I have done a wrong thing with this Guru. I would have selected the right Guru, even though my friend told that. I didn't respond to that. I am disappointed with my Guru. I am disappointed with this marga, which is very much sattvic, very much Vedic, no tantra, no magic. Swamiji says you will not get a mango through mantra. You will never get a mango through mantra. You have to work hard and earn. This is what our Swamiji says. This we know very well. Then why there is a Swamiji, there is a temple, there is a prayer. Some magical thing should happen in my life. This is what our experience. This is what our expectation with the Guru and the Devata. And also we have a comparison. For him, it has happened. A person introduces another person to this marga. The newly introduced person gains immediate results. The person who stays for a long time with Guru and Devi didn't get any result, means you will get disappointment. So at this juncture, it is my duty to tell you, gain or pain may come through our karma. That is the test. All these tests are sputa. It fine tunes me. It polishes me. The pains sharpen me. My vairagya increases. What is required? Viveka vairagya, sadhana chatushtaya sampanti, mumukshutva. Vairagya increases. Once this vairagya increases, I will not blame others. I will try to create inner harmony, and then I will try to create the family harmony. Then I will create the social harmony. I will be the contributor to the collective consciousness. When I use collective consciousness, it doesn't mean Satchitananda. This collective consciousness is the thought form of everyone. Thought form of everyone is also called, as we call the Deha, also Atma. Individual's body is also called Atma. Like that, we say the collective consciousness, individual consciousness. There are no divisions in consciousness. Collective consciousness, individual consciousness, supreme consciousness, super consciousness, super consciousness. All those things are not there. These are all figurative expressions. There is only one consciousness which support all supreme consciousness. There is only one consciousness which is Brahman and which is I. To understand this, I start with Gananaham tva ganapatihum havamahe kavinga vinam upamastravasamam jashtarajam brahmanam brahmanaspatahana shanvanodivi tirasadanam om ganganapatahe namaha. We start with puja. We start with prayer. With all dualism. In view of negating dualism, we start our prayer in dualism. While doing this, you should know we are doing this in gross level, and our chintana is about, our thinking is about, contemplation is about the subtlest of subtle, subtlest of subtleness. So now we have put the prayers hypothesis. Prayers hypothesis. If I do this japa, please bless me with this benefit. If I do this temple yatra, when I visit this temple, I should be blessed. These are all sankalpa. Sankalpa seems to be requesting in the beginning. And then later on, this sankalpa itself knowing the self. Sankalpa itself knowing the self. We will reach that level. So now the whole picture is there to you. The highest goal is knowing the self, not experiencing the self. Atma Bodha means the self-knowledge, the knowledge of the self, not knowledge about the self. So Atma Bodha is self-knowledge of the self. For that only we introduce the Upasana Margas in Laghu Rupa, in simplified method, and also we introduce the Vedanta concepts. So this is a beautiful blend which Vedas have. In the Bhashyam of Taittiriya Upanishad, Bhagavan Shankara says, I am not going to tell you any new thing. Advaita is already there, told in Shruti. I am going to interpret only. I am not going to create any new knowledge. The knowledge is there because Ishvara is Sarvajnaha, knower of all. So with this introduction today, we continue our Shreyas topic today in Atma Bodha. We were in the end of fourth section, so I will let you read that, and then we will go to the new topic today, fifth section. Fifth section. Yesterday we read Nitya Shuddha Vimukta Ekam Akhandanandam Advayam Satyam Jnanam Anantam Yat Param Brahma Aham Eva Tat Nityaha. I am eternal. Nitya means ever, eternal. Shuddhaha, ever pure. Vimuktaha, ever independent, free, liberated. Ekam, undivided one. Indivisible. Akhanda. Akhandananda. Advayam, non-dual. One without second. Advayam. I am who is the nature of Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Satyam is truth. Jnanam is knowledge. Anantam is bliss, which is full and complete and infinite. I am verily Brahman. Everything is loaded. All the contents of Vedanta, all the contents of the Dashopanishad are loaded in Atma Bodha. That is why I decided to add Atma Bodha text with this first attempt of teaching Sri Vidya Upasana along with the Vedanta. We decided to have Atma Bodha, which is very, very rich in its content, which covers all the subject matter dealt in the Dashopanishad. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Evam Nirantarabhyastha Brahmaiva Asmi Iti Vasana Harati Avidya Vikshepan Rogan Iva Rasayanam. Evam, like this. As like as the medicine destroy the disease. Evam. Roganiva rasayanam. The disease is destroyed by the medicine. Here, the disease is ajnana The medicine is the notion of I am the Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi is the medicine. And I should tell you that Aham Brahmasmi Shabda is not medicine. Understanding the Shabda is medicine. The Tattva is the medicine. The philosophy is the medicine, not the Shabda. If I say Aham Brahmasmi million times, will I get a relief from my sufferings or mukti can I attain? Difficult. But the mere understanding will help a lot. The notion of I am Brahman destroys ignorance and its all kinds of distractions. Vivikta desha asinaha viragaha vijitendriyaha bhavayet ekam atmanam tam anantam ananyadihi. Vivikta desha. Vivikta desha means a solitude place, a lonely place. My dear sadhaka, reach a place in solitude. Free the mind from desires. Control the senses. Meditate upon the limitless Atman, which is one without second. There are two methods in this. Now, this shloka speaks about the first method, reaching a place in solitude. Free the mind from desires. Control the senses. Meditate upon Atman, which is one without second. This is an assured method of liberation. For this, your karma should permit. Otherwise, we will get lot of disturbances even we live in solitude. Once the karma is neutralized, this is possible. Having studied this, no one should try to reach a place of solitude immediately without completing the karma. No one should try. Even though we try that I am free from the desires, I am free from the disturbances of senses, and I am supposed to meditate upon Brahman, Atman, and I have understood that Aham Brahmasmi. It will not work because lot of efforts are required. What are the efforts? Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasam. Lot of listening is required. Listenings from a Shrotriya Brahmanishta Guru, and then some dharmic way of living is required, and then we will get the conviction of Aham Brahmasmi. For that, there is no requirement of becoming a sannyasi. Even a grahastha who is having this attitude of sannyasa can gain this. Because we have a technique in Sri Vidya called Kamakala Rupam, in which we say, what is Kamakala? Kamakala is seeing everything as Ishvara. Seeing everything as Ishvara. It is true also. Seeing everything as Ishvara is very difficult when it becomes a negative thing. When it becomes a negative thing, how to see Ishvara in a negative thing? When the fire helps me to cook my food, I see Agni Devata. When it burns my finger, I will curse Agni. That is why Kamakala Rupa Dhyana is not easy. Kamakala Rupa Dhyana also needs a lot of understanding and efforts. That is the second method. Not going into a place of solitude, doing the karma, Nitya karma, Nitya Anushtana karma, Naimitika karma, Kamya karma, avoiding the Nisheda karma, all this are over now. Then I know my time has come. So I have to go to my Guru. That also, the student should go to the Guru. And having reached the Guru, I should submit myself and listen to his words. Because direct reading of Shruti will never help to unlock the truth. It is arranged like that. It is by default, it is like that. Everything is codified. To decode the sutra, Guru is required. And that Guru should be a Shrotriya Brahmanishta Guru, a learned Guru who comes in Parampara and who is in Nishta also, who is in practical life. Atmani eva akilam drishyam pravilapya dhiya sudihi bhavayet ekam atmanam nirmalaha akashavat sada. Here Akasha comparison is given to Atma because of its wholeness. Akasha is not the right comparison. If at all you are thinking about all comparisons, all similes, all comparisons have their own defects. Because Brahman cannot be compared with anyone. Because Brahman is only one. One without a second cannot be compared with the second. All these comparisons are helping as we use our fingers to count how much is 5 plus 3. 5 in this hand, 3 in this hand. So 5 plus 3 is 8. I think I am right. Yeah. Akasha. How to compare with Atma? The infinity is the one chance for comparison. And second chance is accommodation. And finally, we should understand Atma accommodates Akasha also. So this Akashavat is an example. The wise should merge the entire objective world in Atman. The Buddhiman dissolves his understanding of this material world into Atman alone, and constantly meditating upon Atman, thinking as Akasha. Sahanau yashaha, sahanau brahma varchasam, atata sahumhitaya upanishadam vyaakyāsyāmaha panchasvadikaraneshu adilokam adijyotisham adividyam adiprajam adhyatmam tamaha sahumhita ityachakshate. Taittiriya Upanishad Anuvaka 3. Let us meditate upon 5 topics. The conjunction of letters related to the worlds, related to the luminaries, related to knowledge, related to progeny, and related to the individual body. So Adhilokam is meditated. Loka, Burloka, Bhuvarloka, Swargaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, or lokas are meditated. Adhilokam, Adhijyotisham, the light is meditated. Adhividyam, knowledge is meditated upon. Adhiprajam, you meditate upon your sons and daughters. No need of saying always we are worrying about our sons and daughters. But this is not like that. Meditate upon the progeny, the santati. Then Adhyatmam. Here Atman in Taittiriya this Anuvaka, Atman is the self body. You meditate upon the body. See, is there any reference of prayers here? All are prayers. Like that, Akashavat Sada. If you meditate upon these material objects, you will be able to resolve the entire objective world into Atman. There is no other way. Because there is only one Atman. All others are having the Mithyatvam, Anityatvam. So you have to merge it. Like we speak, no, if somebody dies, we used to speak like this. Everyone should die one day. We know this very well, but we fight for our rights. Everybody knows that one end will come. But now we are fighting for our rights. For that, this meditation will help. What kind of meditation it is? This is the meditation upon objective world. What is the purpose of this meditation? This meditation, the purpose of meditation, objective world meditation, is to resolve the objective world idea, the thoughts of the objective world into the Atman, which is one without second. Rupa Varnadikam Sarvam Vihaya Paramarthavid Paripurnam Chidananda Swarupena Avatishtate. Chidananda Swarupena Avatishtate. One who has realized the supreme reality will discard the Nama Rupa, names and form, and dwells as the embodiment of infinite, full and complete consciousness. How will you understand this consciousness? Once you resolve this objective world, which has only name and form. For this, we have seen lot of examples. Abharanam, gold example, pot, clay example, cloth, thread example, wave, ocean example. So many Nama Rupa. Wave is a Nama Rupa. The truth is the Samudra. Cloth is the Nama Rupa. The truth is the thread. Pot is Nama Rupa. The truth is clay. Necklace, chain, bangle are Nama Rupa. Gold is the truth. Now what we have done? We have negated the Nama Rupa, name and form, so that we are able to understand the ultimate truth. That way, once you are negating the negatable, then you are achieving the true consciousness, which is truth of Satyasya Satya. Now we enter into the fifth section. We'll try to read some shlokas and understand the meaning. Jnatru jnana jneya bedaha pare na atmani vidyate idananda eka rupatvat deepyate swayam eva tat. Jnatru jnana jneya bedaha. Knower, known, the object of knowledge. Jnatru. The Jnatru Shabda denotes the knower, one who knows. Known, Jnanam, is known. Jnanam, what is known? The object of knowledge. Jnana Dhyatru Dhyaya Rupaya Namaha. Jnana Dhyatru Dhyaya Rupaya Namaha in Lalita Sahasranama. Jnatru Jnana Jneya Bedaha. Jneya Abedaha. So, there is no Beda between knower, known and the objective of knowledge. There is no difference. All entities are one. Because the shining, blissful consciousness is one, which is the nature of oneness. Ekam Advitiyam. So who is the knower here? The knower here is Jiva. And who is that Jiva? Jiva also consciousness. Without consciousness, Jiva cannot exist. Jiva is existence consciousness. Then who is known? What is known? I see a tree so that I am not a tree. I see a tree. Vriksha. Vriksha Jnana. If you see a Gata, it is Gata Jnana. So here Vriksha Jnana. I see a tree. And the tree also exists and it is the form of consciousness. What is the knowledge? What is the final knowledge I gain? The tree knowledge. The tree knowledge also cannot be gained without consciousness. So all are sustained on consciousness. The knower is sustained by consciousness. Known is sustained by consciousness. Knowledge is also consciousness. So what remains is consciousness only, and all other things are having the temporariness. They are negatable. So this shloka has great content in it for our contemplation. When we have time, how Jnatru Jnana Jneya can be one. How Dhyanam Jatru Dhyayam can be one. We think that if we do Dhyana Dhyatru Dhyaya Rupaya Namaha Archana, we will gain something. Yes, we will gain something. Definitely we will gain prayers. If I chant Lalita Sahasranama, whatever I pray will be given. I should be careful. Even though obtaining all benefits, grace of Devi, I should not forget my Shreyas goal. Devi gives all comforts for her child to study well. As father and mother, they used to give all comforts for their children. Whatever they give, they bless them. If the boy child is asking for some cycle, they offer some cycle. If a new laptop, they buy and give new laptop. If the daughter is asking for a vehicle, they bless her with a vehicle. If she wants to go for a tour, for which these parents are afraid very much, some people used to call me. Swamiji, my son is going for a tour. Can you advise him and stop? And what will happen? Son will think that in my life there is only one enemy, that is Swamiji. The child will think Swamiji as enemy. In that way, I have become enemy for so many children. When we advise, it will be very bitter for children. I also felt my father and mother advised. I also felt this bitterness. In the same way, my son and daughter also will feel this same bitterness when we advise. So it is very difficult to understand this. What for my parents are supporting me, and some deals also will be there. Hey, you are asking for that new brand bike. If you pass +2 with 99% mark, I will give you, buy a new brand motorbike and give you. Father will have a deal with son, or with a brand new car. What were all these prayers? For that Shreyas. He should get the degree. He should get the highest mark. Then he will realize, he will become a parent. He will continue the same drama. One day he will tell, in those days, my father was not having money. He blessed me only with a cycle. But I will give you something great, but you pass this education exam. Why all these prayers mother is giving? If you chant, do japa or something, to take you to higher knowledge. Evam atma aranau jnana matane satatam krite uditava gatihi jwala sarva ajnana indanam dahet. Sarva ajnana indanam dahet. By constant contemplation, comparable with churning of the fire wood, kindles the fire of knowledge and burns all the fuel of ignorance. Ignorance is like fuel. The sticks which we use for burning the stove to cook something. And we kindle the fire also. Churning the firewood. Like that, you should continue with contemplation. What is this contemplation? Nididhyasana. Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasana. I should contemplate upon. Constant contemplation is compared with churning of firewood in this sloka. So in this right hand side square box, I have mentioned what is the comparison told by Bhagavan Shankara. Bhagavan Shankara shows a simile or a comparison of churning of the firewood to contemplation, continuous contemplation. What to contemplate when I don't have Shravana? So before contemplation, I should have Shravana. I should have some subject to contemplate. How is it? How is it? Aruneneva bodhena purvam santamase hrite tata tataha avirbhavet atma swayam eva amshuman iva. Atma swayam eva amshuman iva. Like Aruna. Who is Aruna? Suryaha. Sun is the Aruna. Sun appears after the destruction of darkness. As like as that Atma appears by itself after the destruction of ignorance by knowledge. The night and dawn is compared. Once the night goes away, sun appears. Sun is always there. Sun never goes back. Sun is always there. Because of some natural phenomena, this part of the world is not getting the sun rays. It is away from the sun. Like our Shraddha is away from Atman. Our concentration, this our means here, Manas Buddhi Chitta Ahankaras, concentration is not towards Atman, it is some Laukika. When it becomes Atmika, then it turns towards Atman. Atma tu satatam praptaha api apraptavat avidyaya tannashe praptavat bhati swakantha abharanam yatha swakantha abharanam yatha. What is kanthabharanam? Kanthabharanam is a small chain in the neck. This is a comparison. It is present already in the neck, but this lady forgets because she is always close to this necklace. This necklace or chain, which is very thin, always there in her neck, but she never remembers that it is with her. Like that, the ever-present Atman appears to be absent. I don't understand what is Atman because of ignorance. When ignorance is removed, Atman is realized. Atma present as one's own Svakanthabharanam yatha. It is like the chain which is there in her neck, but she searches for necklace everywhere. But it is around her neck only. Like that, this Atman is compared. We will read the 45th shloka and close for the day. Sthanau purushavad bhrantya kritha brahmani jivata जीवस्य तात्विके रूपे तस्मिन् दृष्टे निवर्तते. This jivatvam is compared with the fear by way of seeing the trunk of the tree. Dark time, night time, a person goes into the forest and he sees some tree standing alone. The trunk of the tree looks like a very big demon. So he is afraid for a sthanu purusha. Like this, Brahman appears as Jiva because of ignorance. When this Jivatvam is destroyed, when the true nature of Jiva is realized, Jivatvam is no more. Until then, this Jiva will have fear. So, Dvaitam gives the fear. Advaitam gives Nirbhayam. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Dhanyavadaha. Punar Milamaha. We are nearing the conclusion sessions. Within 2-3 classes, we may be happy to conclude this study, and we will start new study. After a month break, we will start a new study, definitely, with more Vedantic explanations. We will start the new study today. Thank you for joining today.
Nandri Guruji.
Jai Gurudev.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Swamiji.
Thank you,
Swamiji.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Nandrigal Swamiji.
Om Namah Shivaya, Swami.
Very glad to be with you all today. Thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Nandrigal.
Thank you, Swamiji.
ధన్యవాదాలు సార్.
Thank you.